Howdy folks, welcome back to Sailing Slow Motion. So somebody was asking me what the fail was on the seat yesterday, and although the mounting process happened pretty cleanly, the fail is that it is it's too high and my legs don't fit inside the boat, so it's just too awkward for me. So what I'm going to do today is drop the seat down. I'm going to take the bottom plate, grind everything off of it so it's just that center post, flip it over, drill a hole, remount it, put the seat on it, and that should drop me about 3 inches down inside this cubby, and then my legs should fit in here a little bit nicer. So although I do like how easy it is to get up, I mean it's really easy and comfortable because my knees are bent at a nice angle. It's too awkward on my shins on the front portion. So I'll show you. I gotta take the camera mount apart here. So you can see how my legs are. They're just sitting up too high, and to get them down below, I mean it's not horrible. It's just not as comfortable as I would like. And I think if I'm down about 3 more inches, that would be the sweet spot. So that's what I'm going for. Another thing that I did, I looked up how to try to eliminate that wind noise, because although adding the music overlay is a cute little feature, it's slightly annoying to me. I think the video is better if it's presented in a more natural format. I mean, we're sailing, we're not listening to the radio, we're just out trying to enjoy the weather and catch some wind. So try and go as musicless as possible. And what I found just searching online is that closed cell foam is supposed to be really good at blocking out that wind noise. So I cut this little tiny rectangle of closed cell foam, stuck it over the mic, and closed the case. So either you can't hear me at all because I just muffled everything out, or it's going to work and there'll be no wind noise. As of right now, totally different than yesterday. There is just a nice slight breeze. It's supposed to be blowing at about 8 to 10 knots. Perfect for sailing, right? I mean, it's going to be such a good day once I get the seat done. The tide is low. So I can see the bottom. Slow motion is resting on the bottom, so I'm going to have to move slips because that's not good that it's just sitting there. I'm not doing any damage, but I'd just rather the boat float instead of sitting on the ground. Yeah, and then I can see the ground right under here. It's probably maybe 2 foot. So out there in the flats where we're gonna go sail, it's definitely gonna be too shallow. So we have time to work on the seat, let the tide come up, and then we'll be out of here. All right, so I just pulled the seat out, but I wanted to mention one thing. Yesterday's video, when I was backing out, and you see me reach up to the camera like this, I thought I turned it off, and I think I did it twice, maybe even 3 times, and the camera never shut off. But I backed out, and if you see the oysters right there, if you listen close, you can kind of hear the ama scrape into them, and I was getting a little frustrated with that, but I finally get the boat back into the slip, back into here, and I'm sitting there on pause for a long time. I check my phone, and what I'm doing is I'm checking windy to see how bad the winds are, and then I pull out my wind speed indicator and I'm holding it up, and I stand up and I'm staring out there for a minute. If you look at my face in that clip, I left it in there just to capture that raw moment, but you'll see as that's all happening, that realization that I have just been beaten by the wind and I'm not going to be able to sail. And I just thought it was, I meant to put words in there above it, and one of my kids even mentioned that I should have done that, but I think it just captured the realness of every day is not perfect, you know, so I left it in there. But today, let's get on the seat. Okay, so for the seat bracket, what I want to do is take these cast ridges right here and just cut them out, and then I'll flip this over, because right now this is sitting about 3 inches. So I think if I flip this plate over and then drill a hole with a paddle bit for this post to slide through, though I don't got to cut a whole bunch of stuff here, then this should bring the seat down to a more comfortable spot, hopefully. We'll see. Not sure how long that'll take. Always longer than I assume it will. So let's assume a long time, which we have because tide is out. So let's just go with that. Okay, and so just like that, we got it all trimmed up and we got the hole made. So now just flip it around, mount this bad boy in there, and drop the seat in. We should be good to go. All right, so now that I got this mounted, it's the moment of truth. Let's install this seat and see if I like this any better. If not, not real sure what I'm gonna do. Maybe just mount it straight to the floor. But, all right, well, it definitely sets in there a lot lower. Put my body in here. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for. All right, just took 2 days, but you can see I set in here very nicely now. I feel comfortable. I feel like I got good visibility. The box now, which the front edge here used to be in line with the Aka, now it's like in line with the middle of that front hatch. So my visibility, I'll hold the camera right at my eyes. Yeah, that's about it. So this is the pad for the bench seat, but real good visibility. So, all right, well, tide's coming up a little. Slow motion's floating. Silky's ready to run. We got a nice breeze blowing. I'm a little hot, so I'm ready to get out there and get the sweat off me. Okay, here we go. Another day, another attempt. Got one little issue off to the side there. Okay, we're good. Looks like we will have a crosswind on the channel. It's okay. I think today might be a successful sail. We'll see. Ooh, that was a pretty big jerk. Oh, it's doing it again. I think if I can just get pointed down. I don't know what's catching so much wind though. It's just the side of the boat. So this is where having a motor would be nice. But there's no motors on the Everglades Challenge, and probably for this reason, to keep the other folks out of the race. So, but hey, we're going now. It was just a little awkward getting out. That's all. Okay, we got a fight on our hands. Right when I turn out of the wind, it wants to hook over. But I'm determined now. It's gonna happen. Well, the winds are half of what they were yesterday. And this is still quite the struggle. Hopefully the winds stay exactly the same. And I'll have a nice easy paddle back. Maybe. It's kind of a crosswind, kind of straight down the channel, so we'll see. Let's keep on giving these strokes out until we get out of the channel. I can open sails, relax a little bit, rehydrate, get a little something to eat, and then catch some wind. Looking forward to that. Coming out of the channel today is such a workout. I like when I could do a stroke, a pause, a stroke, but now that rhythm has definitely had to be up-paced just to maintain forward momentum. I'm probably more than halfway out though, so I mean, we'll get there. I did get these new pants for the Everglades Challenge. They're waterproof pants from like CQR or something, and they're really nice. They shed water. It just beads right up on it. There's no cotton in them, which is nice. It's mostly polyester blend, you know, plastic pants. But they're not too loud. They don't sound like rain pants. I got these ducks in front of me, and they're just paddling their little feet Oh, there they go. They're flapping their wings now. They're pretty fast swimmers though. I would like to get a camera mount that rotates. This one doesn't spin, so whenever I want to get a shot facing the other way, I have to unhook it, spin it around, and then clamp it back down. I'll tell you one thing, by the time the Everglades Challenge rolls around, I may not have to sail at all. I can just paddle the whole thing, get my muscles built up. But if this is an 8 to 10 knot headwind, I'm gonna call this about max for what I can paddle into. Anything more, and it's gonna be too much effort for too little gain, and I'll have to really weigh the pros and cons on either anchoring until the wind calms down to more manageable level, or if it's a short distance, do I want to expel the energy necessary. So this is a good learning experience. Hard work, but I say hard work pays off, right? I'm glad there's nobody in the channel because I'm taking up the whole thing. Alright, well, I'm going to shut this off until I get out there, so you don't have to watch me suffer anymore. We'll just be in relax mode here in 3, 2, 1. I am literally at the mouth of the channel, giving it everything I got. And you can see by the dock behind me, I'm not going anywhere. I don't know if it's the tide coming in, or if it's the wind blowing, or what I got, but I'm gonna have to turn around because this ain't working. So I've been here for too long. So I'll leave you on for the spin so you can see how close to the channel we were. There it is. Right there, but I'm just out of juice. My hands are cramping. Everything hurts. So so close. Give it another go tomorrow. At least the ride back should be easy. Shouldn't have to do anything. There's a little bit of waves. There's probably not wave, but you know, 6 inches right here. So it's pretty crazy. But yeah, I've been in this spot for about 5 or 10 minutes. Just this area right here, and could not get it. That wind is just too strong. And you can see I'm not paddling. I don't have sails up, and I'm going fast enough to steer with the rudder. So it was just too much. So it was a good workout, you know, I'll give it that. And I needed to clear my head anyway, so that was a good, you know, blood pump, and got my mind distracted. So, but I feel good. That was a good workout. I'll coast back in. Winds tomorrow are definitely supposed to be less. I'm gonna check and see what they were today, but I know they're calling for 8 to 10, but like I'm cruising right now. I don't have my speed. Let me see. That's not working. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, I'm going 1.8 without paddling. So that's what I was going against for the whole mile, because that's literally the mile marker right there. Well, at least close to the mile marker. So I was paddling into a 1.75 knot drift that entire time. Whew. All right, I'm not gonna paddle. Well, I'll paddle as much as needed, but as little as possible until I get back to the dock. I think that last stretch after I make that turn will be a little bit of a workout there still, but well, thanks for watching today. As I don't have anything else to post or talk about, so it'll be a short one, I believe. We got the seat fixed. It's down at the height that I like, and we learned that whatever this wind is, I can't paddle into. So, well, I can paddle into it, but only for about 40 minutes or so, and then my arms just get tired. So maybe I'll get stronger as the weeks go on, and I'll be able to muscle my way out of there. But yeah, 1.6 on the drift, so that's what I fought this whole way. I mean, that feels pretty good, I guess. All right, see y'all. All right, one last thing. I am sailing down the channel, and I am at, you can't see it, but 2.5 knots, comfortably sitting. I'm not very good at ending videos apparently, but I just wanted to say we're at 3.5 knots here on in the channel sailing. So pretty crazy that we got buildings around us that are blocking that, and we still got enough to push us along at 3.5. That plus any current that we have. I mean, it should be high tide right now, so really the current should be minimal. But scooting right along. Last time, seriously. See y'all tomorrow. Okay, I know I said at the end of the last one that that was my last clip, but I just want to say that I have not touched the paddle since I turned around. I did a little tack when I made the turn, and although we're going slow, once I pass this building here, I'm going to catch a little more wind, and I don't think I'm going to have to paddle all the way back to the slip. I'll be able to sail in, which would be awesome. And there's a piece of trash up here. I'm going to have to grab that when I pass it. But if I can just get a little gust of wind past this house. I don't know if you can see the flag over here, but it's blowing pretty good. So and the wind is there, we just got to grab it. But if I can go this whole 1.5 miles without touching, well, sorry, this whole mile without touching the paddle, that would be a first, and hopefully not the last time I get to do that. But actually I am gonna have to paddle. Dang. We're just getting drifted over to those boats a little bit too, so. Couple light paddles. I wish I got video of the tack coming around the corner, because that was pretty smooth. I do say so myself. I'm gonna be able to scoop up that trash. Center that between the main hull and the llama. Looks like a bag of ice. But I might run this video until I get into the slip. It's not too far. Might be another, minute or two, maybe 3. I don't know. All depends on the wind here. But I do got to watch the drift because those boats are right there. Oh yeah, it's some pretty nasty trash. I wonder if I can just flip it up onto the board here. Alright, oh, that's nasty. Did our good deed for the day. So what I'm hoping to do is come in here around these buildings, catch just enough wind, judge my speed, drop sail, turn, and glide right into the slip without too much trouble, too much speed anyway. But I can't. The only time I paddled this entire time, I got that on video, of course. But that's the way things work, right? Oh yeah, we're getting wind here. Getting good wind. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna want to come out a little bit. But the difference between, I already have enough speed, so I can put the paddle away. Just gonna be timing the drop here. It depends on what the wind does right here. So, I mean, it's not going to be fast, but that's not how you go into a slip anyway, whether you're paddle power or motor power or how you do it. So, we're just trying to time this to be right. I'm going to guess that's enough speed right there. Put these away. Got a little little hang up here. I guess that's the bad part about sailing into a slip, is getting things knotted up when you're trying to focus. But no matter what, that wind is gonna drive us, even if we didn't have enough sail power. And we're gonna bump a little, but that's okay. It's that rotomold plastic. It's pretty tough stuff. Just gonna aim that for the edge, nice and edgy. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, we're gonna bump pretty hard, but that's okay. All right, we're in. Home sweet home.